Good Friday morning. It is the 17th of January, 2025, and the key messages are going to be probably an okay sizable snowstorm possible on Sunday now. The models are ramping up a little bit on the snow amounts, and if it continues to ramp up a little bit more, we will be at snowstorm levels, which could be 5 inches of snow or more. We just have to check and see if that's going to happen. Right now, I feel comfortable with a 2 to 4 inch snowfall call with maybe up to 5 inches. And with that, I would not be surprised that winter storm watches get issued possibly late tonight, maybe early tomorrow. We'll have to see. Anything close enough, it could be late this afternoon, honestly. So anyway, today it's actually be pretty mild. Highs up around 40. It's going to melt off that little bit of snow we got last night. Definitely was some pretty heavy little snow showers here and there at times. So something to note. But pretty warm. 40 tomorrow, also kind of warmish. We could have some rain snow mixed at a point, but not nearly much precipitation as one thought at one time here yet tomorrow. Anyway, that moves on through, and then here we go with the cold air arriving. So here it is, and here's a low pressure system forming to the south of us. And it ramps up, and here we go, snow breaking out, and it's definitely further west than originally thought, and a little more strong, and we are kind of perfectly situated. My only concern here, in general, is if this ramps up a little more further west, or the cold doesn't arrive in time. Timing could mean everything as far as rain and snow mix versus just snow. But as of now, things look like snow, and this is actually a pretty good, sizable snowstorm for our region, almost exactly what you'd want to see for a snowstorm in our area. And so with that in mind, the fact that it's going to start getting powdery cold, very, very cold, meaning the ratios could go up in the amount of snow, this could be a pretty good sizable snowstorm for us on Sunday. And then the Arctic chill comes in, and it will be reinforced by the fact that there's snowpack on the ground, strong northwesterly winds, cold conditions on Monday. Tuesday, the cold air is around, and then this is the low pressure system we've been watching all week as to whether or not it would form further north. It so far has kept a southerly track. Kind of crazy that we're talking about potential for some ice and snow all the way into the panhandle of Florida. That's how strong and suppressive this cold air is, suppressing the cold air and the precipitation way far south. So yeah, even the panhandle of Florida could have snow and ice. Well, that's not out of the question. I think ultimately this will come a little bit further north, but wow, I mean, it's crazy to be thinking like this. Does this come up the coast? We can see now that snow is getting up to our area on this low pressure system. Not much. I'm not saying like, ooh, looking for a lot of snow or whatever, but this is a little closer than it has before. As of right now, the low country, it's what they call it, of South Carolina, North Carolina, and Southeast Virginia could get quite a bit of snow, especially far eastern North Carolina, if this is all to come true. And we'll have to see. Does this relax some and give us a little more, area for it to come a little further north? Maybe. And then as we go later into next week, we have another storm system that we'll have to watch. This one now looks like all snowy, icy kind of mix. We'll have to see how this pans out. It doesn't look very well organized on this map now, but it feels like if there's a potential. And then reinforcing shots of cold air. So next weekend is not going to be warm. It's going to be pretty cold, and that cold sticks around for a bit. We get a little bit breezy, and then maybe finally we see relaxing here towards the end of the month, towards a more milder setup. But cold air could be reinforced yet again. We'll have to see how things pan out. By this point, we're in La La Land. Who knows if this is even correct? But hey, this is a very stormy pattern. Nothing looks like a monster storm except for that one that goes across the North Carolina region. I still think we got to watch next week and to see exactly how things pan out. And that's what I'm saying there. All right, I'm trying to be quick. Some people are asking for quicker videos here. Let's see if we can do that. I want to show how much snow this morning the models are showing. So here we go. This is the snowstorm for the weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if this ramps up a little bit more. I mean, this is showing a 6-inch snowstorm, and it would be a snowstorm if we get this much snow. This is the GFS, the American model. And we'll look at the European. It's going to be a lot lower than this. There's a chance, too, that we could get the higher ratio as the cold air kind of gets entwined. If we get the higher ratio, it's good to kind of show this. There is a potential for some upward of about an inch or so more. So now we're talking like 7 to 8 inches. We'll have to see if this comes true. But this is a sizable little snow for the weekend, for sure. I'm not going to show later in the week. All right, now to show the European really quick. The European is much drier here. You see like 2 to 3 inches of snow possible in the area. So that's why the range, I'd say comfortably 2 to 4 with a high-end potential of up to 6 to 8. So we'll have to see. The National Weather Service is also on board now with a snowstorm kind of outlook. And they're currently calling for about 3 inches of snow. I think that is a very safe call. I like the 3 inches. By 2 to 4, 3 is the middle. But you do have upper potential. And this is the upper potential. I'm going to show you what the models, are hinting at as a potential high-end event. Again, this is if things come together. We continue to get a little more moisture. And things have been trending that way. So we'll see if we can continue to trend that way. Hold on really quick. So here's their high-end potential. As of now, it's just a 10% chance of being met. So 2 to 4 with an upper possibility of around 6 inches is probably the most I could see at this point. But that could ramp up a little bit. Like I said, we could get a little more fluffy, powdery snow, so these potentials could go up. We'll stay tuned. I'll be definitely doing model updates through the day. But prepare, because it looks like Sunday's going to be at least a snowy day. How much snow is still to be determined. But a snowy Sunday is on tap. Have a good one. We'll be chatting soon.